Elephas bieri, Cebu warty pig, Palawan giant tortoise. Do you know their similarities? Okay, yes, very good. So these animals are some examples of extinct animals in the Philippines. Like the Elephas bieri, this is an extinct species of dwarf elephant belonging to the Elephantidae family of the Middle Pleistocene. Live in Cebu, Philippines before becoming extinct in modern times primarily due to habitat destruction. And another is this Palawan giant tortoise, or this is known as Megalocheles sondari, also known as Palawan giant tortoise, went extinct during the Pleistocene period. Hello my dear students, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is me once again, Teacher Tin, your science teacher for today's vlog. So if you're new to this lesson, if you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell for more updates in Science 9. When you were in grade 8, you learned about the concepts of species, classification of organisms using the hierarchical taxonomic system, and the advantage of high biodiversity in maintaining the stability of an ecosystem. Now, in this lesson, you will be able to explain the importance of biodiversity, find out how changes in the environment may affect the species extinction, and relate species extinction to the failure of populations of organisms to adapt to abrupt changes in the environment. Ano nga ba ang nangyayari sa isang community kung nababawasan ang species diversity? Do you really think that when this species diversity lost or reduced, do you think it will really affect the ecosystem's ability to sustain the species that remain to perform certain functions that may contribute greatly to the needs of the ecosystem? Talaga bang mahalaga ang pagpapalago ng mga species diversity sa ating ecosystem? Malalaman natin yan sa lesson na to. Remember that in an ecosystem, organism needs a balanced environment. Bakit kailangan laging balanse? We all know that a balanced ecosystem is one in which all living organisms and non-living things are interacting successfully. It only means that if any part of the ecosystem is disturbed, other parts will also be disturbed. For this lesson, so we have key questions that you will answer at the end of this lesson. So what causes species extinction, and how can changes in the environment affect the continued survival of the species? But before we proceed with our topic, so let us have a pre-assessment regarding this topic that we're going to discuss. So I have here different options, and I'll show you different pictures, and I want you to distinguish whether it is taking animals for profit, hunting and trapping, or over-harvesting, introduced species, destruction of habitat, or pollution. So let's begin with number 1. Okay, the first one. Okay, very good. So this picture shows hunting and trapping. Okay, how about the second picture? Second picture, this is also hunting and trapping. And this one, okay, destruction of habitat. Next picture, okay, that is pollution. And the last one, okay, very good. So this is animals taking for profit. Okay, so I'll show you different pictures. So we have here, the first picture is the Tubataha Reef. And the second picture is the coconut plantation. So this time, picture yourself swimming and diving in the Tubataha Reef Marine Park, where very high densities of marine species are found. So, okay, so what organisms in figure 1 do you see? Okay, so there are coral reefs, there are lots of fishes. Okay, how many different organisms do you think you will see in Tubataha Reef? Diba ang dami? Okay, now, imagine that you are standing in a coconut plantation. O dito naman sa madaming mga puno ng coconut. Okay, so which species do you think dominates this area? Dito sa coconut plantation. Okay, of course, mas dominant yung coconut, kaya nga coconut plantation di ba? So napakadaming coconut diyan. Now, so the Tubataha Reef Marine Park has many populations as compared to the coconut plantation. So you can see hundreds of species of organisms, whereas in coconut plantation naman, you only find one species that dominates the area. Okay, so what is population? Ano nga ba pag sinabi nating population? Okay, when we say population, a population is a group of living things within a certain area that are all of the same species. And always remember that there are several different populations that may be found in a community. So a population of one kind may affect the population of another kind within the community. So let's say, for example, a jungle. A jungle has a greater amount of biological diversity or biodiversity that are, for example, than a cornfield, for example, di ba? So sa cornfield, so ang makikita mo lang doon is syempre puro corn as compared sa jungle na there are different kinds of species. So, kumbaga, iba-iba siya as compared sa coconut plantation and sa cornfield. So, ano nga ba pag sinabi nating biodiversity? Biodiversity, this refers to the variety of life in an area. So, in a jungle community, some populations such as, for example, ants, fungi, ferns, can be very large in number. So, other populations such as tigers, snakes, lions, ano pa ba yung meron sa jungle? Snakes! Ay, nasabi ko na. Okay, they have fewer members as compared to the plants that you can see inside the jungle. So, why do you think population sizes vary among organisms? Bakit may mga population na mas madami kaysa dun sa iba? Bakit may mga population na mas maunti kaysa dun sa iba? Remember that population can be of same size, but they have different densities. So, pag kinonsider natin yung number ng individuals per unit area, we are referring this as the density of the population. So, the differences in population density in any community may be attributed to many factors. So, ang mga population sizes, nagbabago siya kapag yung mga new members ay nag-move into other ecosystem. So, kunwari, yung population na to, inilipat dun sa kabilang ecosystem. So, kumbaga nagkakaroon ng population sizes talaga kapag nagkakaroon ng lipatan dun sa mga population. So, nagdi-decrease kapag yung mga members ay nag-move out, pag nag-move out sila dun sa ecosystem, syempre nadadagdagan man sila kapag dinadagdag sila dun sa certain ecosystem. So, the birth rate and death rates, they can also affect the population size. Syempre, yung birth rate, okay, pag tumataas ang population. So, yung pag namamatay naman yung mga organisms na to, syempre nababawasan din yung kanilang mga population sizes. At ang tawag natin dito sa environmental conditions na to, itinatawag natin na limiting factors. So, pag sinabi nating limiting factors, it can keep a population from increasing in size and help balance an ecosystem. Ito yung tumutulong para mabalanse ang numbers ng mga organisms sa isang ecosystem. Okay, for examples, ano pa yung mga examples ng mga limiting factors? For example, yung availability ng food, ng water, at saka ng living conditions. So, ano pa? Light. Okay, light, temperature, and soil nutrients are also limiting factors because they help determine the types of organisms that they can live in an ecosystem. So, let's say, for example, may mga organisms na hindi sila masyadong nabubuhay sa ganitong temperature. So, ang tendency nila is mamatay. Kasi, for example, pang malamig lang talaga sila. Sobrang init dun sa area. So, hindi nila kinakaya yung temperature. Ang tendency nila is mamatay. So, bumababa yung level ng population size. Or let's say, for example naman, kulang sa soil nutrients yung mga, yung for example, a certain plants, kailangan nila ng ganitong level ng soil nutrients. Kulang din yung soil na meron dun sa area na yun. So, ang tendency ng mga plants, magdi-decrease din sila in size. So, bababa, mamamatay, nababawasan yung population size. So, kaya, yun yung mga factors, mga limiting factors that may affect the population sizes. Okay, so, and we also have this carrying capacity. So, the maximum population size an environment can support is called the carrying capacity. So if the population size rises above the carrying capacity, organisms die because they cannot meet all their needs. Always remember that population pertains to the number of organisms of the same species living in a certain place. And when we say biodiversity, biodiversity refers to the variety of life in an area. And always remember and take note that communities with different species is referred to a high index of diversity. And they will be able to withstand environmental changes better than communities with only few species, or what we call a low index of diversity. And aside from that, you have to remember that population sizes vary among organisms. They change with the number of birds and when they move into an ecosystem. So they will also change when the members die or move out of an ecosystem. So there are limiting factors, and these limiting factors are environmental conditions that keep a population from increasing in size and help balance ecosystems. And another thing is the carrying capacity is also affected by the changes in the environment. We all know that life depends on life. So animals cannot exist without the green plants, di ba? And living things create niches for other living things. Kaya lang, ano nga ba yung nangyayari if the living conditions of these organisms are not ideal for their survival? So, what do you think are the major causes of species extinction? Di ba magtatanong kayo, bakit dati may dinosaur? Bakit ngayon wala ng dinosaur? Bakit dati may ganitong klase ng tortoise, bakit ngayon wala na? Bakit sila nauubos? Ano ang dahilan kung bakit sila nag-extinct? Ano ba ibig sabihin na extinct? Ibig sabihin talagang hindi na sila nadadagdagan kasi ubos na yung lahi nila. Bakit at paano nangyari ito? What is the difference between endangered and extinct? Okay, so pag sinabi nating endangered, so let's say when a species or a population becomes so low that only few remain, the species is considered as endangered and will possibly become extinct. So pag sinabing endangered, nanganganib pa lang na maubos or mawala or talagang super decrease yung kanilang population size. At pag sinabi nating extinct, yung as in totally vanish, totally wala na talagang nibakas nila ay wala na. So in the Philippines, some terrestrial species like the tamaraw in Mindoro, mouse deer in Palawan, Philippine deer, monkey-eating eagle, aquatic species like dugong found in Negros, Batangas, and Leyte, they are endangered in extinction. So sometimes there are popular species that decline so fast that it becomes endangered and said to be threatened. Talagang kaya, di ba, hinuhuli yung mga tao na humuhuli ng ganitong klase ng animals. Kasi sobrang unti na nga nila. So, anong mangyayari pa kung yung mga ganitong mauunti na nga species ay hinant pa, pinatay, or kinain, or what? So, wala na, ubos na. Hindi na talaga siya mag-exist. So, alam nyo ba na in a study conducted by field biologists on population size and distribution of Philippine Fauna, which are reported that noong 1991, so 89 species of birds, 44 species of mammals, and 8 species of reptiles are internationally recognized as threatened. As in talagang, malapit na tong maubo, so kailangan nating ingatan sila. So, ang mga ito, isa sa kabilang sa mga na-discover nila na threatened na talaga is the Philippine eagle or the monkey-eating eagle na nasa listahan talaga siya ng Philippine Endangered Species. So, when we say extinction is the disappearance of species when the last of its member die. Pag namatay yung kahuli-hulihang lahi nila, wala na, ubos na. So, yung tinatawag na extinction. Pag sinabing endangered, nanganganib pa lang. Kaya dapat iniingatan na huwag silang maubos. Kasi once na hindi na sila nag-reproduce, tapos pinatay mo pa sila, yun, that's totally vanished. So, extinct na sila. So, changes to habitats can threaten organisms with extinctions. Kapag pinagpapalipat-lipat mo sila ng tirahan, na hindi naman sila nakaka-adapt agad. So, talagang manghihina yung katawan nila, kumbaga nadi-disturb yung kanilang system. So, ang tendency nila is mamatay. So, tendency nila ma-endangered and worst, ma-extinct talaga. So, as populations of people increase, the impact of their growth and development is altering the face of the earth and pushing many other species to the brink of extinction. So, syempre, habang dumadami yung mga population ng tao, mas natitreaten itong mga klaseng hayop na to. Kasi, syempre, sino ba naman ang kumukuha, humuhuli ng hahunt, ng titreaten sa mga animals na to? Eh, di ba? Yeah, tayo din, tao. So, kaya naman, ang mga tao kailangan talagang disiplinahin so sa ikagaganda at para mas maging balance yung ecosystem natin, we should be disciplined enough to take good care of this kind of species. That's the reason why human actions have resulted to habitat loss and degradation that have accelerated the rate of extinction. So, tao din talaga ang isa sa dahilan kung bakit nagkakaroon ng extinction sa mga species na meron sa ecosystem. Okay, so always remember that extinction occurs when the last member of the species die. Second concept that you have to remember, when the population of species begins declining rapidly, the species is said to be threatened species. Another is, a species is endangered when its population has become so low that it is possible of becoming extinct. And last one, yung sinabi natin kanina, it's the human actions that can result to habitat loss and degradation of the rate of extinction. Thank you for listening for this lesson. This is the end of our lesson vlog about this topic. So, sa part 2 ng lesson na to, we are going to discuss about the local and global environmental issues that may contribute to the species extinction. Kasama na dyan yung mga deforestation, kaingin, yan, whatsoever. Okay, so I hope you stay tuned on this channel. Okay, so para sa mga bago pa lamang sa channel na ito, don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell for more updates in Science Science. So this is me once again, Teacher T, your science teacher for today's vlog. Bye! Thank you!